Hello everyone, my name is Rishiki. At first I would like to say that please kindly subscribe my channel. So today I am going to read part 1 of Ramayana. So now let's begin with our story. The birth of Lord Rama. There once ruled the great kings of Surya dynasty, which began with the legendary Manu, the son of sun god, and the first ruler of mankind. His son Ikshvaku built the holy city of Ayodhya on the banks of the holy river Sarayu. Years later, King Raghu of the same dynasty gave away everything except his clothes on his body. This supreme sacrifice on his led to Surya dynasty to be known by his name as the Raghu dynasty. His great grandson Dasharatha was a very compassionate and merciful ruler who ruled the lands of his capital city, Ayodhya. He was a highly virtuous, prosperous, and kind king, the master of all prosperity, wealth, and fame that invaded the earth. His only regret was that he did not have any heir to the throne. With three queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra, there was no son to carry forward the legacy of the great dynasty. The king was advised by his chief priest to organize a yagna for want of children. He at once agreed, and the preparations for the grand yagna began in full swing. The sacred banks of river Sarayu was chosen for the same. Soon the air resonated with the holy chanting of the sacred Vedic hymns. As ghee was poured into the sacred fire, flames shot up high in the air. A divine figure arose from the flames, holding a silver bowl. Here is the kheer prasad for your wives, he, the Agni Deva, announced. Divide it among them, and your wish for sons shall be fulfilled. Jubilant Dasharatha offered half of the kheer prasad to his eldest queen, Kaushalya. The second half was divided among Sumitra and Kaikeyi. Since Kaikeyi was the last to receive the kheer, she lost her temper. That very moment, an eagle pounced on Kaikeyi's palm and flew away with some of the kheer prasad to the Anjan mountain and placed it on the open palms of Anjani, who later gave birth to Hanumana. As the seasons changed, so did the fate of Ayodhya. The queens gave birth to 4 divine sons. Lord Rama was born to Kaushalya, Bharata to Kaikeyi, and Lakshmana and Shatrughan to Sumitra. The occasion was celebrated with much fanfare. The 4 little princes were inseparable as they grew up in harmony and sobriety, befitting the ancestral heritage they held. As was announced at their birth by the great sage Vishesatra, Lakshmana stayed mostly in the company of Rama, and Shatrughan was a close companion to Bharata. Childhood gave way to adolescence, and it was time for them to become versed with Vedas. The kings desired them to become skilled in the art of welfare. After a close discussion in his council of ministers, Dasharatha announced the sacred ceremony of Yagupavitra, following which the prince were sent to the hermitage of sage Vishistha for their formal education. Vishistha was honored at the wisdom and virtues of the prince. He was pleased to help them as his disciples. He imparted them training in the 4 Vedas and in the act of weaponry. They become disciplined in statesmanship and learned great virtues of being a wise king. As their education drew to a close, the king sent Sumitra to get them to the palace. The prince humbly bowed at the feet of their teacher and sought permission to leave. Eagerness prevailed in the air. The son yearned to meet their parents, and the eyes of their parents awaited a glimpse of their beloved child. The fragrance of rare flowers and decorated streets laid their arms open in welcome, and the citizens thronged the streets in great number. The pinning eyes of the royal family were fixed at the entrance and were lit in joy when the crowds cheered for the prince. Alms were distributed to the poor, and entire palace resounded with joy. There was not a moment when Dasharatha would allow them to drift away from his sight, his eyes overflowing constantly with tears of joy and gratitude. Rama, the eldest, was Dasharatha's life and breath. He was the rightful heir and also the crown prince of the kingdom. So story ends here. In my next video I am going to read part 2 of Ramayana. If you liked my today's video, then please like and comment my video. And also subscribe my channel to listen to more stories and also to follow all my videos regularly. And don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.